Hi, my name is Blake Whitman,
And I'm Jimbo Chen.
and we are the creators of SmartRecipes, a web application that generates recipe ideas based on the ingredients a user has on hand. So, a little about the background of this idea. We're both students at Ohio State, and we have busy schedules, whether it be courses or work, or sometimes both at the same time. And after a long day, you want nothing more than just to rest and recover and enjoy the remainder of your evening. So cooking is oftentimes the last thing that Jumbo and I want to do. So our inspiration stems from making that process easier. And to do that, SmartRecipes takes in a list of ingredients that we may have in our apartment or dorm. And it outputs a list of about 10 recipes that we can make with those ingredients. And with that background in mind, we'll go ahead and log into Jumbo's account here and explore the functionality. So immediately upon logging in, you'll note we have a logo in the top right and a couple sentences in the middle that specify what you can expect from SmartRecipes and some directions that you can follow in order to get started. So the first method that we could add ingredients with would be to type them in directly. So I'll do that with lettuce. Now we can also choose to speak them. So I'm going to click this button here and I will say done to denote being finished speaking ingredients. Chicken. Done. And you'll see that just popped up. So that's how you would go about that. You could say as many ingredients as you wanted before ending with done. And we can also upload a file, and this file will contain a barcode. So if you have a bunch of groceries you picked up at a grocery store that have barcodes, you'll see this one here is for coffee. And you hit this button, scan barcode, and it'll upload coffee as an ingredient. So I'm not sure how many different recipes you can make with coffee, chicken, and lettuce, but we can click this button here, and you'll see it gives us 10 different options. The top one being pita parcels, so it contains ingredients that include lettuce, among other things. And you'll also note here we can like the recipe if it's something that appeals to us or we enjoyed eating it. We can also share it on our Facebook page to let our friends know what we've been cooking recently. And if you do happen to like a recipe, it'll show up over here in your favorites, where you can once again share it if you haven't already. And you can also, of course, unfavorite it from here. And if you happen to log out and log back in, these will still be there persisted. Some of the other tabs we've got are our Meet the Team tab over here. You see Jimbo and myself. We also have feedback, so if you have any comments you want to leave, enter them in here, hit submit. They'll say, great website, and then you hit submit, and it'll be there, and it'll persist as well, whether you log in or not. And another thing I should mention, you might have noticed this moon down here. If you click this moon, dark mode will be enabled. Jimbo will talk a little about that with the front end, but that is the main functionality behind SmartRecipes.
So one of the design decisions we made for the recipe website is the sidebar, and the sidebar allows us to keep information concisely placed in a constantly accessible area. We also incorporated a dark mode, as Blake mentioned, for easier viewing in the evening and reducing eye strain. The button placement of each of the tabs here is also strategically placed, and because initially we found that a different order of the buttons impacted and slowed down our user experience, and we found that this order was the most ideal.
And wrapping things up, we've had a lot of fun this weekend developing SmartRecipes, and we hope to continue that into the future. We've used some possible avenues for improvement as more social media compatibility components, so think Instagram or TikTok. Also adding quantities for ingredients, so how much chicken or how much lettuce do you have? That being said, we both do genuinely enjoy cooking, and it is our sincere hope that we can spread that enjoyment to users like yourself any way we can. So thank you for listening.